Alright, welcome back guys. Today we will be looking at the static variables. Now we'll begin to write our own static method soon, but before we do, let's take a look at the static variables. Much like static methods, you can think of static variables as belonging to the class itself rather than a particular object of that class. Just like with static methods, we can access the static variables by using the name of the class and the dot operator. Finally, we declare static variables by using the static keyword during declaration. This keyword usually comes after the variable's access modifier, like public or private. When we put this all together, we might end up with a class that looks like something like this. Your public class dog, and then you have the genus Canis. Remember, this is the static variable, and these are the instance variables. And since all dogs share the same genus, we could use a static variable to store the information for the entire class. However, we want each dog to have its own unique name and age, so those aren't static. We could now access the static variable in the main function like so. Boom. So you do dog.genus, and it should print out Canis. Now, like static methods, you can still use static variables from a specific object of the class. However, no matter what object you use to access the variable, the value will always be the same. You can think of it like all objects of the class sharing the same variable. Finally, you might have seen a few static variables before. If you want easy access to the largest possible integer, you can get it by using integer.maxValue. If you look at the official documentation, you can see that this variable is public, static, and final. Final means that you can't change the variable's value after creating it. We're starting to know a lot of Java keywords. Now, we're going to be building an ATM class that has both static and non-static variables. We've started by giving you a ATM class with non-static variables, a constructor, and some methods. In the main method, use the constructor to create two ATMs, named first ATM and second ATM. Then use the constructor so the first ATM has $1,000 in it and the second one has 500. If you'd like, you could print out each ATM's money variable to confirm you've created them successfully. So first, create the two variables. So we'll do, what is it, ATM, first ATM equals new ATM, and then we'll put in that's 1,000 for the first one, and then we'll do ATM second ATM equals new ATM, and we'll put in 500 for that one. Okay, so done. All right, now let's create two static variables. First, we're going to create a variable to keep track of how much money is in the system of all ATMs. This should be a public static int, and it should be named total money, and the variable should be equal to 0. Let me turn off Grammarly. I don't know why Grammarly is on right now, but all right. And then the second, we want to know how many ATMs there are in the system. Again, this should be a public static int. So the public static int, and we'll do num ATMs, and we'll set that equal to 0 as well. Okay. So let's run it. Perfect. Now, let's take a look at the first of these static variables. In the main method, print your total money variable three different times. The first time you should use ATM dot total money. The second time use first ATM dot total money, and the third time you should use second ATM dot total money. Do you expect these to be print statements to be the same or different? I think they'll be the same because they're sharing the same thing. So let's see. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this 3 times. Then we'll go ahead and print out ATM dot total money, and then we'll do first ATM dot total money. Then we'll do second ATM dot total money. So of course they'll be, I believe, yes, the same um, because of the fact that they share the same, um, basically the same variable, right? And then right now, the value stored in total money doesn't actually represent the total amount of money stored in the ATMs. In the next exercise, we'll look at how to change the value of the static variables. Okay, so in the next video, we'll be learning about that. And this was static variables. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video and have a great day.